And finally, it's a free fall for Pakistan's rupee. The country has set a new record there in reaching a new low. Everything is unaffordable in Pakistan now. Let's debate.
Pakistan economy is in shambles. It is struggling to stay afloat. Devaluation in currency, record spike in inflation and plunging GDP, some of the many challenges facing the Imran Khan-led government. This graph shows the free fall of Pak rupee over the past 6 months, from 150 rupees per dollar in May to 170 rupee per dollar in 6 months. The downfall is unprecedented. With US-Pak ties in a limbo, support to the Taliban has backfired in ways Pakistan never imagined. Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has failed to get audience with Joe Biden, while India-US bilateral meet was substantial in boosting defense, strategic and Indo-Pacific cooperation.
What you really need from the outside world is their knowledge, their technology, the competent people from outside. You want them to come, invest, and hopefully even live in Pakistan. That's when the dynamic will really start to shift. But our approach is send us your money. We don't, you have some good ideas. We don't want the good ideas. Just send us your money. And that's partly, again, the result of very short-term thinking. Because, election is coming up. We don't want the exchange rate to decline by another 10 percentage points. So let's just beg, borrow and steal so that we can artificially inflate the exchange rate.
Pakistan remains on the FATF grey list, which is causing it an estimated loss of $10 billion per year. The COVID economic fallout has led to sharp decline in FDI inflows, devaluation of the currency and rise in fiscal deficit. As rising unemployment and poverty show no signs of ebbing anytime soon, Imran Khan's official residence has been put on rent to resolve financial crisis. Let's debate.
I mean, even if you were to look at it extremely objectively, Alok Bansal of the India Foundation debating with Raja Faisal from Islamabad. Raja Faisal, even looking at it very, very objectively, your best case is that you're finished. You have $300 billion in debt, and that is 109% of your GDP. And your rupee is hitting 174, soon to cross 200.
Arnab, if you allow me.
No, I will allow you, but I'm just saying your best case is that you're finished. There's no way out of this.
Do you really believe that?
Absolutely, I do.
You are doomed. Finished.
You are doomed.
We'll never be finished. And we're the most resilient nation of the world, and I think world knows about it. When it comes to economy, well, Pakistan has faced problems in the economy. Pakistan is not the only country that has faced problems in economy. Your country is one of them as well. And right now, while we're talking, 70% of your population is, poverty, below the poverty.
No, that's not true. No, that's not true. That's not true. No. 1 minute. You are dealing. No, you are dealing. I'll tell you one thing. See, Raja.
No, $2 per day. The country you live in,
I'll get Alok Bansal to respond to you. I'll get Alok to respond to you. See, Alok. First of all, this comparison is odious. This comparison is frightfully odious, and I need to tell you why. As of now, fact of the matter is, lady fingers, right, which we call bhindi in India, is selling at 375 rupees a kilo. Bhindi, you understand? Ginger, which we call adrak, right, is selling at 1,300 rupees a kilo. Adrak, viewers, 1,300 rupees a kilo. I keep telling them they are finished. You're finished. You have a minimum calorie intake. You won't be able to manage it. 90% of your population won't be able to manage it. Yes, please. Alok, what are the implications of this?
See, we need to understand that there are basic flaws in Pakistani economy. Their tax to GDP ratio is almost 9.2%, which is the 5th lowest in the globe. They're importing sugar at 120 rupees per kg and selling it at 85 rupees a kg. They're importing wheat at a particular price, selling it at a particular price lower than that.
So they have been providing subsidies. Now these subsidies can only be provided as long as you keep borrowing. The foreign exchange reserves at this point of time are fairly decent, but that is because they have taken so much of loan that if they have to pay, they'll go bankrupt. So the government has tried to stabilize the situation by borrowing. And whenever they come under crunch, they go begging to all the countries. China, which has hardly been giving them pittance, so they have actually requested Saudi Arabia to provide them oil facilities, provide them loans in the past. But even Saudis and UAE, which have been traditionally bailing them, have realized that there are problems. Their water availability is actually reducing. They are one of the most wasteful agricultural
and the other thing is, you see the Raja, you know what another Raja said? Raja, अब राजा की बात सुनिए. और एक राजा है, उनका नाम है रमीज राजा. रमीज राजा ने कहा कि we have to be very grateful to India. So people asked him.
That's a fake news.
People asked him. 1 minute, you haven't even heard what I said. People asked him, why should we be grateful to India? Ramiz Raja said,
I know what you're going to say.
Ramiz Raja said that if the Indian Prime Minister tomorrow decides that they will not fund Pakistani cricket, Pakistan Cricket Board will collapse. That's true. Your cricket is also surviving on
That's
what we are
fake
giving
news.
you. Right? I have also got a letter from. I've got a letter which has been written to the ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan in the United States by Makhdoom Shah Mahmood Qureshi, which
from Shah Mahmood Qureshi. No, that's a fake. That's a fake.
Yeah, everything's a fake.
See, we're living in a
everything is a fake.
Cyber world.
Everything is a fake. Now let me tell you. Everything is a fake as far as your. I didn't even tell you what was in the letter.
Foreign Minister himself said it.
No, but how will you survive? You see, if the rupee, if your rupee hits 200, you are over, Raja. What is your way? Will the Chinese?
Arnab, you have to look at the situation. Pakistan has fought for 15 years, war and terror.
But you've never been so bad.
15 years.
No, but
in them 15 years, of course, Pakistan did not attract FDIs. We were failing to attract FDIs. And for 15 years, could you please let me finish now? We do have...
Alok, someone tell him, Alok, you know what the Talibanis have said? The Talibanis have said we cannot use the Pakistani rupee anymore. So the Talibanis were asked why. The Taliban has denied. They have refused the use of the Pakistani rupee. It's the biggest slap on their face.
Because they realize this rupee has no value.
The Talibanis say it has no value. Can you imagine?
Pakistan, which has created Taliban, they have refused to honor their currency because they know this currency has no value and sinking by the day.
And Alok, I'll recommend both of you to go to Afghanistan to check it by yourselves.
No, we are fine.
Come on.
No, we are fine.
Go there and check it.
Yes,
No, we are fine.
people.
We are fine.
But at the same time, I think in Nepal, people are not using your currency, are they?
No, have you been to Nepal? You please go.
All right, ladies and
commerce
gentlemen.
in Nepal is taking place in India.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I go to bed, Hiran Desai said, today on 8th October 2021, we are witnessing in what position the people who are against you are. Karma plays a very big role. Meena Das Narayan says, congrats Arnab, when you went through this turmoil, all my viewers on my YouTube channel were praying for your safety. And this was a small section of the public. Meena, thank you, Meena. Thank you, Meena. Pinky Verma says, Paramveer is on the run, Deshmukh is missing, and the Lutyens media hiding their faces. Truth has a way of coming out. Absolutely my thoughts. And Yashwardhan Jitendra says, congrats to you and the whole team. Thank you very much, Yashwardhan. And I shall see you over the weekend. Thanks for standing by us. Goodbye.